If you thought the Grand Inquisitor looked familiar, we may know why. Obi-Wan Kenobi's Rupert Friend and where you will have seen him from before. Also, the Tangled Round Ride has officially been confirmed. We're going to tell you where and when you'll be able to stream Thor: Love and Thunder and much more. Are you ready? Let's do this thing. First up, Obi-Wan Kenobi's Rupert Friend and where you will have seen him before. Characters that were once exclusive to the animated TV shows Star Wars: The Clone Wars and Star Wars Rebels have now been brought into live action, and the trend will continue with Obi-Wan Kenobi, the series that is packed up with everyone's favorite bearded Jedi 10 years after Revenge of the Sith and the rise of the Galactic Empire. But before Obi-Wan gets his face off with Vader, here's another obstacle that he has to overcome: the Inquisitors. The Inquisitors are a group of dark side Force users that have been recruited by the Empire to hunt down any Jedi who dare to survive Order 66. The Inquisitors are led by the Grand Inquisitor, easily recognizable thanks to his ashen white complexion and red facial markings. He's portrayed by Rupert Friend in Obi-Wan Kenobi, who made his acting debut in The Libertine in 2004. The following year, he would go on to play one of Jane Austen's most notorious men, Mr. Wickham, in Joe Wright's 2005 movie adaptation of Pride and Prejudice. But since then, Friend seems to have specialized in characters that have more of an edge. He portrayed one of the more infamous assassins in pop culture, Agent 47, in 2015's movie adaptation of the Hitman video games. Friend followed that role up with playing none other than the son of Joseph Stalin, Vasily Stalin, in the 2017 satire The Death of Stalin. Since then, Friend has continued to keep it on the darker side. Next, the Tangled Round Ride confirmed. It's 3 years ago that reports about a Tangled Round Ride were first brought into light. The attraction was to be an added attraction in the massive expansion of Walt Disney Studios Paris. But while the plans have continued to shift, most notable with the cancellation of the plans for a Star Wars Galaxy's Edge attraction, it seems like the 2010 Disney Animation Studios movie Tangled is moving forward after all. Fans expect the official announcement to be made at the D23 Expo 2022. The new ride will be a spinner ride. Think of the Mad Tea Party. Unless you go to Disneyland Paris, in that case it's Mad Hatter's teacups. But instead of cups, there will be wooden boats that spin around hundreds of pretty lanterns. This will recreate Tangled's most famous and most romantic scene, and allow it to come to life. Can you imagine? Images reveal that the Tangled Round Ride will face a small pond to reflect the lighting, and we can only imagine how beautiful it will look in the evening. There will also be new restrooms added in this area between the existing Toy Story Playland. The surrounding area will also be decorated with a number of beautiful Art Nouveau elements to match the already announced table service restaurant that will be set on the lakeside promenade at the park. This should also lead to the Frozen-themed land nearby, which is still in the process of being made. And now, when can you stream Thor: Love and Thunder, and where? Thor: Love and Thunder became the biggest standalone movie centering on Chris Hemsworth's Thor, while at the same time becoming one of the biggest new movies of 2022 in the process. And though it's barely been 2 months since we found out that Natalie Portman's Jane Foster is actually one of the few who are worthy of carrying the mighty Mjolnir, the Marvel Phase 4 movie is already on its way to be available to stream. Of course, it was pretty much given that Thor: Love and Thunder would eventually end up in the Disney Plus catalog, but the question remained when that would be. But now Disney has announced that Thor: Love and Thunder will be available to all Disney Plus subscribers from Thursday, September 8th, 2022. So no more of that premiere access nonsense. Keeping in mind that Thor: Love and Thunder only made its theatrical debut in July 2022. Combined with the fact that the movie was a complete juggernaut at the global box office, it should come as no surprise that the movie is still available. But if you haven't seen Love and Thunder in theaters yet, you might want to do so in the very near future. Don't you go just yet. We've got much more to cover. Disney Plus has given the green light to a new 8-part series based on the popular novel Rivals that was written by Jilly Cooper. We have some very exciting news about the Echo series, and Disney Plus has finally announced its casting for The Ballad of Renegade Nell. Want to make sure you don't miss out? Then make sure to stick around until the end of the video to get all up to speed. Now, let's get moving. First, we have Disney greenlights a new 8-part series based on the novel Rivals by Jilly Cooper. Disney Plus has decided to give the adaptation of the popular novel Rivals, written by the British author Jilly Cooper. It's set to be adapted into an 8-part series. Rivals is based on the fictional upper-class county of Ruthshire, and in Rivals you dive headfirst into the cutthroat world of independent television in 1886, right when a long-standing rivalry between between two powerful men is about to boil over. Rupert Campbell Black, an ex-Olympian member of Parliament and notorious womanizer, and his Ruthshire neighbor Tony Battingham, controller of the independent TV franchise Corinium Television, are anything but buddies. And as the tensions rise and rivalries deepen, secrets are being spilled, allegiances formed, and snatched liaisons that draw wives, lovers, friends, colleagues, and families into their battle as well. Lee Mason, director of scripted content, EMEA Disney Plus, says that the combination of Jilly Cooper and Disney Plus is delightfully unexpected, and very thrilled the books were brought to them, and leapt at the chance to bring this story alive. And what about Jilly Cooper herself? She says her favorite word in the world when she was a child was Disney. To have Disney Plus adapt one of her novels is wilder than she ever could have dreamt of. Next up, Echo has wrapped production. Echo, the upcoming Disney Plus series, has officially wrapped production. The news was shared by star Alaqua Cox, who shared a heartfelt message on her Instagram stories once the show had ended filming. In the story, Cox shared a screenshot of a text message that she had sent to her late father. It's a simple message, which makes it all the more sweet. It just explains that production has finished, that she knows that her father is proud of her and she misses him very much. Cox also reposted another picture from another account, celebrating the end of production as well. Alaqua Cox is reprising her role as Maya Lopez in Echo, after debuting in Hawkeye last year. In Hawkeye, it was revealed that Maya has a long history with Kingpin, who was portrayed by Vincent D'Onofrio. In the Marvel comics, is the adoptive daughter of the Kingpin, and a deaf Native American woman who has the ability to copy other people's movements perfectly. Oh, and she's also a highly capable martial artist and acrobat. Taking the lead in the writing room for Echo is Marion Dire, and also includes Bobby Wilson, Rebecca Roanhorse, Josh Feldman, Stephen Paul Judd, Shoshana Stern, Caitlin Jeffers, Ken Christensen, Dara Resnick, and Jessica Mecklenburg. Echo is scheduled to be released in the summer of 2023. And now, Disney Plus has announced a casting for the UK original adventure series, The Ballad of Renegade Nell. Disney Plus has announced the official casting for The Ballad of Renegade Nell, a Lookout Point original adventure series. Each episode is set to be 45 minutes long, and in the lead we'll have Louisa Harland. Harland is portraying Nell, a courageous and quick-witted young woman who finds herself having been framed for murder, and unexpectedly, and quite without ever having wished to, becomes the most notorious highwaywoman in 18th century England. Furthermore, we have newcomer Bro Bragison and Florence Keane, who will star as Nell's younger sisters, Roxy and George, who will be joined by Nick Mohammed, who will be playing Billy Blind. And as Nell's formidable adversary, the Earl of Poynton, Adrian Lester has been cast. He'll be joining forces with Alice Kremmelberg, who will be portraying Sophia Wilmot. In the shoes of the charming rogue, Charles Devereux, we have Frank Delane, while Craig Parkinson will be starring as Sam Trotter, Nell's kind-hearted, widowed father. To play the eccentric newspaper magnate, Lady Ularia Muggerhanger, Joelle Richardson has been tapped. Pip Torrens will appear as Lord Blanchford, as the father of Sophia and bully of Thomas, who will be played by Jake Dunn. The 8 episodes of The Ballad of Renegade Nell are being produced by Lookout Point as a Disney Plus United Kingdom original series, and will be directed by Ben Taylor and Amanda Bracci. Are you excited about this project as well? And that's all we've got for now. Have you seen Rupert Friend in any of his previous works before? If so, what project of his is your favorite and why? Let us know in the comments what you think, and thanks for watching.